So I have Darnell here with me, the owner of For Purpose. It has been a hassle trying to get him in this seat, but we thank you for being here. Welcome to the Blacks in Business with NYBeauty Suites Podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, Darnell, we like to start off with letting our listeners know who you are, what is it that you do in your business, and how did you get where you are today?
I am a serial entrepreneur.
Love it.
I've been working since 12 years old, probably even earlier than that. My family was really geared towards like being self-independent,
Yes.
doing stuff. So it was like, oh, you're in the Caribbean, you gotta know how to hammer, you have to know how to shovel, all that stuff like that. In my business, I run the financials. I do repairs, financials, making sure everyone gets paid, making sure the vendors get paid, and every other idea that involves like extra thinking, trying to put together, coordinate with other people, brand partnerships, trying to do everything that's behind the scenes. I'd rather be behind the scenes than be in front of the scenes, because a lot more things can happen behind the scenes. And how did I get where I am today? Started out in real estate, still in real estate. That's how I started in real estate, then jumped over, graduated from Penn State, security and risk analysis degree. Came back into real estate, did construction, local 147, underground stuff. So did that, got my money right, bought my first house at 23.
Wow.
Well, before 23.
Wow.
So I did that. Just save, business here, business there, collaboration with a few people. Then back in 2019, I put together a group to open up For Purpose, and we are here today. I'm here today, but everybody else is at the restaurant or, they have their day off today. But we operate a 2-floor sports restaurant and bar in the heart of Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, 1489 Fulton Street. Open to catering. We do private events. We do outside catering. We do inside catering as well. We cater to sports all year round. COVID is kind of very hard for us because we opened up in COVID, July 6, 2020.
Wow.
Middle of COVID. So we're doing a good fight like every other restaurant out there. But I think that we will stand the test of time.
Yes.
Because we are trying our best to partner with everyone. We do toy drives, we do Halloween giveaways, we do raffles, back to school drives every couple of months.
Well, first I want to ask, you have a extensive background in a lot of different areas, but I always am curious for someone who, is multi-hyphenate when it comes to entrepreneurship. Like, how did you know what you're doing today is what you were supposed to be doing? Or how did you know, like, okay, this is it?
Growing up, I saw my cousins work for themselves and had the opportunity when they had kids that they could, take off and pick up the kid from school because they were sick. And those kind of abilities of like to be able to do that kind of was like, that's kind of where I want to be. I don't want to be stuck at someone's job where I couldn't go anywhere, because I haven't done the corporate world, but I've done jobs that you were stuck there for 8 hours, and you couldn't leave. So I told myself like, no, I need to find something that I'll be passionate going in every day and doing it. And it's not a job. It's more of I enjoy doing it, and it's not 9 to 5, or it could be a 9 to 5, but it could be something that's like I'm happy doing every day. Like real estate, I enjoy doing it. It doesn't take a lot of my time, because once you put certain things in place to make your life easy in any business, it's not a job. It's more of a hobby. It's something that maintains your lifestyle.
So being that you were able to put these things in place and just making sure that your business is still running smoothly. Today is about beauty, and it's also about wellness. So how do you make sure that you take care of Darnell?
Good question. My girl would definitely, if she was in this room, she would just be like, oh, he does not. He does not take care
Tell
of
the
it.
truth then.
I mean, I ran track in high school, ran track in college. I have yet to start going back and running. Because it's also been crazy cold, but my phone keeps going off for all different reasons. But I try my best to over the last 2 years, I've been stepping away from the businesses in the aspect of more delegation. and kind of saying, all right, I need to allocate this time to nap.
Yeah.
20 minutes, you know, during the day, like forcing myself to do things I don't normally do. And it's actually I think my body's responding very well to it. When I do, like, say, like, I had to wake up early in the morning for something, it doesn't bother me because I took a nap earlier in the day, you know, a couple hours ago. You know, I may only get about, you know, 5 to 6 or 7 hours of sleep, but when I get up, once I'm up out the bed, you know, I'm good to go.
I love that napping. Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a good step. I'm pretty sure I heard a little bit. You got to do more in there, but
I definitely got to do a little more. I have a bike that I bought in the beginning of COVID, and it's not getting as much use as I would like it to. But I mean, these drivers out here. I mean, I'm a driver, but these drivers out here are crazy.
Oh yeah, New York is different.
I'm sorry. I work too hard to be getting hit by a car or something. It just when I think about certain activities, I'm just like, nah, it might not be worth it. I mean,
or you can go to the park.
Yes. I
can go to the park.
If I can get to the park safely, yes. Because I used to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Put my bike in my truck, drive to the park, and then do a couple laps. But it's just, I need to force myself to do that.
Gotcha. I love it. So people are listening and they are inspired by your story, your background, and how hard you're working. What advice would you give to someone in their first year of business?
In your first year of business, I was never told this until about 3-4 years ago from a Chase advisor, and she informed me. She said, when you first start your business, people don't realize you need to go hard. Doesn't mean sleepless nights, but you need to strategically figure out your weaknesses and your strong points. And one of most people's weaknesses is their credit and their access to capital. If you could solve that or find a way to solve that in the beginning of starting your business, it would save you a lot of pain on the back end, because people always run to the bank when it's too late. Like, oh, I need 50 grand, but their credit is blown, everything is bad, and that's when they can't help you. So you need to start in the beginning. All right, cool. My business only needs $50,000 to start up, but will I need $50,000 down the line? You're always gonna need capital. The interest rates are high, but sometimes you have to take you have to take an L in the interest rate and know that, well, if this breaks, I'm gonna have money, because something will break. Whether you're in real estate, you're in the restaurant industry, the trucking industry, something will break. And I have dabbled in it in pretty much. I'm in the restaurant industry. I've done trucking. I've been in real estate. I'm in construction. I've put my hand in a lot of businesses, and what all it boils down to on the back end is you need access to capital. Your business should have a credit card. It should have a higher limit. You should be asking for a limit every 6 months. Those are the kind of things that you need to make sure you have, because when you really need it, it's not going to be there. They always give you money when you don't need it, and that's the best time to go for it.
See, that's a money guy, because, you know, that's some good advice. Darnell, what does it mean to you to be Black in business?
It means, I don't know, it feels like it's almost like a double meaning, because even when you're Black in business, you have to push the envelope, and you have to supersede. You have to do beyond your peers, and it's a lot. But it also means a lot because there's not that many of you.
Yeah.
So it's twofold. You have to work really, really hard, but there's few of you in whatever industry you may be in. Sometimes your industry may be saturated, but it's still not saturated when you actually figure out the ratio of other people in that industry. So it's like a twofold approach. You know, you have to be perfect, and even though you don't need to be perfect, but you almost have to, because they always want to talk about your downfall and, oh, you did this wrong, you did that wrong. People are always gonna talk about you. You have to do it. Like my aunt always told me, they're gonna talk about you whether you're doing it good or you're doing bad. So you might as well do it your way, especially if you think you know what you're doing or you kind of know what you're doing, because you're the one that's gonna bear the brunt of the disappointment if anything happens. So Black in business is working hard, trying the best to play by the rules, and never give up.
That was a powerful message, and the advice you gave us about, you know, money and all of those things in your journey is very inspiring. People are going to want to know, how can they connect with you, how can they support you, and where can they find you?
You could follow me follow my business at ivpurpose_BK. That's for the restaurant. My personal IG tag is carpe_dm_d. my 3D marketing company that I have is Dream Overture, that does Matterport scans for real estate investments as well as Airbnbs. And I did a scan of the beauty suites as well.
You did.
For them to market the individual suites. So I could do that for museums, art galleries. Today I did someone's trying to rent a building just the size of about a beauty suite, trying to rent it out. So I did a floor plan for them, scanned it. So they're gonna look to rent that out. So I like I said, I dabble in a couple different things. That market right now with the metaverse is big, and Matterport allows you to scan and make digital twins of these places. At some point, someone's gonna have a house that's gonna say, "Hey, I want to scan my house and put it in the metaverse." It's gonna happen, and I will be there at the forefront, the one and lonely black man. Well, I'm sure there are many of us, but I mean, like,
we gonna hope that there are many of us.
Yes.
I love it. That is so amazing and so ahead of the curve. And what you're introducing just people to, I'm pretty sure they're going to want to connect with you. So, Darnell, we thank you for being on the show and finally sitting down in the seat. So, thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Of course. And to everyone listening, until next time.